So in this episode of regular expressions, we're going to be talking about greedy and lazy matches. What you need to know is that by default, Regex uses greedy match, and what that means is that it's going to try to match as many characters as possible while making sure that the pattern specified is being satisfied. So what does that mean? If you're going to implement that, we're just gonna, let's say we have a string that says JavaScript is not a real programming language. Now I'm not trying to start a fight or anything, but whether JavaScript is a real programming language or not, I feel like that's up for discussion. And but I'm gonna create a pattern and say we're gonna be looking for the word not, and I'm gonna create a result variable and say string.match the pattern, and I'll be logging the results, and I'm going to be logging the first value of our match because it returns an array. Usually I'm going to put a 0, and if everything works as expected, we should get not. And so what happens here is that Regix is trying to look for the word not here, and which is found. And now this is the absolute basic, but we don't come across greedy match here because we're not stating any quantifier or nothing like that. And the first thing we're gonna do here is I'm gonna add a period sign or a dot. And if you remember, what that means is literally any character. It could be an alphanumeric character or a symbol or whatsoever. And so Regix is going to try to find the word not and any character that comes after it. And we also get not in our console when I run that. And you're probably thinking this is the same result as earlier, but actually it's not, because in this new results there's a space character, and because the pattern is trying to find the word not as well as any other character that comes after that. And in our string, what comes directly after the word not is a space character. So space character is a valid character when it comes to regular expressions, because if I remove the space character, as you probably guess, I'm gonna get not a without a space in between. So now that we have that covered, now we're gonna talk about where regular, or where the default behavior of regex to use greedy match. Because if I use the plus sign here, now the plus sign explicitly states that we need to find one or more character. So as long as so we're getting one or more of any character, so either one or more of any character. So we're gonna find the word not and then one or more of any character whatsoever. And so want to see what the match that has been returned, and we see here what has been returned is not a real programming language. And you could probably see the issue here already, because we said one or more of any character, but so for some reason regex is assuming that we want to match all characters that comes after not. And this is what we mean by that regex has by default a greedy behavior, because why doesn't it just try to match as least as possible? And if so, to change this and to use a lazy match instead, all we really have to do is use a question mark here. And if we run that now, we're just gonna get the word not as well as a space, because now regex finds the word, it matches the word not and now a space, and it sees that okay, now we have a space, and that is really all it had to do. And because the question mark is saying as long as you find one more character, then I'm satisfied, or the pattern is satisfied, and a match has been returned. So you're probably thinking, where does this come? Like what are some practical scenarios where this might come in handy. So let's say you want to replace the string JavaScript is not a real programming language, and you want to replace that with JavaScript is actually a real programming language. And so what's gonna happen here is that let me just remove the question mark here so I can show the default behavior of regular expressions. So when I say let new string equals string the replace pattern, and I'm gonna be replacing the pattern here, which is not and a space with actually and a space. and I'm gonna be console logging that new string, and you should see now that we get. So now here's the real problem, because now the greedy behavior of regex is like making the pattern to be not a real programming language, because it's taking everything that comes after the word not, and the space characters from the space character after not to the last e of language. So that is really greedy, and we just wanted to, you know, find the space. Like, as long as it finds the space after not, then it should be satisfied and it should return a match, because we're only trying to replace the word not. So if I put the question mark here to make it a lazy match instead, and I run this now, we should get our expected behavior, and that is JavaScript is actually a real programming language, because now um, the pattern is not in a space character, and we're replacing that pattern with actually and a space character as well. So that is basically the absolute basics when it comes to regex, and when it comes to greedy and lazy matches in regex. I hope that, you know, answer your question, and if you have any other questions or things you're wondering, kind of drop a comment, leave a like and subscription, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.